things that I don't understand.
I'm listening.
Baby smell, like it is a pleasant aroma. How long does it last? Why do they smell like that?
Baby smell or newborn scent is the distinct and comforting aroma that is associated with newborn infants. It appears to arise from a complex mixture of biological compounds that are associated with newborn skin and the transition from life in the womb to the outside world. And there is an evolutionary hypothesis for why it smells so appealing to us. Human babies are remarkably helpless compared to other mammals, and keeping a baby alive requires a lot of energy, time, and physical sacrifice. So just as babies' cute facial features can trigger caregiving responses, newborn odor may also act as an olfactory cue that encourages proximity, attention, and nurturing behavior. The smell does gradually change as the baby's skin, microbiome, and environment change, but it is very powerful. Evolution is sneaky, baby.
Why in English do we have words like there, and there? Sound the same?
Essentially, our spelling system acts like a historical record. Whereas spoken language has naturally evolved, there comes from Old English, there entered Middle English around the 13th century from Old Norse, and there is of course a contraction of two separate words, but they didn't all sound the same to begin with. As English pronunciation evolved, some words that had once been pronounced differently eventually came to sound alike. Between the 1400s and 1700s, a massive linguistic shift swept through the English language, and this is known as the Great Vowel Shift. During this time, the pronunciation of many English long vowels changed substantially. Around the time that speech was shifting, William Caxton introduced the printing press to England in 1476. Printers increasingly favoured consistent spellings, and this meant that written English became more standardised. So even though spoken English kept changing over the next few centuries, written English stayed largely the same. If that upsets you, they're there.
Where did AI, this idea spawn from, and why did it seemingly come out of nowhere?
Artificial intelligence has roots stretching back decades before the modern AI boom, but it does feel like it suddenly appeared out of nowhere because that decades of slow progress finally reached a critical tipping point, and it all sort of happened at once. Modern AI as a distinct research field emerged in the 1950s, and it built on earlier work in computing, logic, and statistics. In 1956, the term artificial intelligence was coined, and for the next several decades, AI research progressed in bursts. But then three things changed that caused a sudden increase in progress. These were vast amounts of digital data, the development of powerful parallel processing hardware, and increasingly effective deep learning algorithms that were based on artificial neural networks. Then in 2017, researchers introduced the transformer architecture, which is a neural network design that's based on attention mechanisms, and this made it much easier to train on large sequences, and it eventually became the foundation for many modern language models, which to us felt like an overnight arrival, but was actually the culmination of roughly 7 decades of research. And on that note, this video was not made using AI. Great questions, keep asking questions, and never stop learning.